Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I'm starting to cover the back 9 Rookie Division Escape to the Sun tournament. This is going to be holes number 10 through 15, and I still am having a great tournament so far in the final round, so I've got quite a lot of drops to show you here. Let's go ahead and get it started here with hole number 1 on the back 9, which is of course hole number 10. We're going to go with that big topper. We're going to go full top, 1 bar, a side spin to the right. Now we're going to put our yellow ring right there in where that curve is of the fairway, and we'll make our adjustment. This is a pretty simple drive. We're just trying to set up shot number 2, taking the drive nice and easy here. And that's it. That's all we're trying to do with this. Now shot number 2. We're going to play it 20% at mid. So, yep, 20% at mid. We're going to apply our backspin, which is right around 2 bars of backspin. And we're putting our ball guide line to the middle of the hole, just like this. Then, of course, we make our adjustment, and we just have to hope that we hit perfect. If we do, we have a great chance to get this ball to drop for an eagle. You will see here that a perfect ball did go into the cup for me. Just barely there to the left-hand side, so keep that in mind. Might want to move the landing spot there just a tad to the right, but still in there for an eagle. And now we move on to the par 3, which is hole number 11. This one we do have to use a marlin ball. If we don't use a marlin ball, such as maybe we use a navigator or something, we're going to get caught in between clubs when we go try to adjust our rings. Take note of the spin adjustments here, okay? And try to take the best look that you can here as far as the landing spot goes. Really hone in on the light green and the dark green squares. You do get a good look at it right here from this angle as well. Okay? It's a tough hole to drop. Difficult one to pick up the hole-in-one on, but I think it does give us a fairly decent chance to pick up one here. If you're in contention to win the tournament, or maybe get a top 10 spot where the rewards are good, you might want to go ahead and play around with a practice ball here, as we're only using a marlin. Now, what happened was you see the ball come in a little bit slow, which gave it more time to veer off to the right. So we need to reduce the backspin a little bit so the ball comes in a little bit faster, and it should stay straight at pin. All right, that's going to take us here to hole number 12, which is the par 5. We're going to go ahead and go with a Titan. We're going to go 6 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. I put my yellow ring right up against the rough line, and then I make my adjustment for the wind. And then we're going to take a normal shot. Lower level extra mile players, you can use a little bit of OP, but it's going to be really important that we just make sure we land on the fairway. When we get aggressive with our drive like this, it allows us to play over the bunker and over the rough on shot number 2, which is what I really like to do because it gives us the best chance to use backspin, which is going to give us nice control to try to figure out how to get this ball to drop. I do pick up the albatross here. Take note of the spin adjustments. 6 back, half a bar, half a ball of right side spin. Half a bar of right side spin, goodness gracious. All right, you get the point. 6 back, half right. Pretty easy, right? Here, of course, we need to hit perfect. Which I was able to accomplish. And this ball comes in nicely into the cup for the albatross. That'll take us on to the next par 3 here, which is hole number 13. Now here are the instructions for this particular hole. What I would like you to do is use your backbone, all right, and use your navigator. I want you to do 5 bars of backspin, and then we're going to find the landing spot, all right? No side spin. When you find the landing spot, you're then going to readjust your spins, and you're going to go ahead and put on max backspin, and then you're going to pull this one 25% at mid. All right, so just to recap, 5 back, find the landing spot, then make it 6 back, and then move your target for the wind. So here we go, 5 back, blue ring, top of the fringe. Take a look at the offset, okay? We're aiming in the cup, but we're aiming at the right-hand side of the cup. Then we apply our spins. Here, I did not go max backspin. I went max minus 0.1. We do need to go full max, I believe. And you're going to see why. We come in just a little bit hot, and this is only 3.3 miles per hour as well, so you know, especially if we get ourselves in the winds, like in the 4 mile per hour range, it's going to be a little bit tougher. So you see here, I come in hot, but I do come in right at the pin. We might even need to back our landing spot up a little bit as well. So we might want to go with 5 back and then still aim right-hand side of the cup, but back our target up a little bit and then apply max backspin. So you see it's coming in hot, but it does give you a perfect ball to look at, and you should be able to figure out the landing spot, which is, again, a little bit back, like towards the screen, right? And you should be able to get that one to drop. Take a practice shot or two. That's an important one. It just gives you a great chance for that hole-in-one. All right, here we go on to the next hole. Pretty simple as far as this one goes. On the drive, we're going to be playing aggressive again. Now, shot number 2 here, we're going to be looking for that rough bump, all right? The drive is super easy. This one's really not complicated whatsoever. Shot number 2 is also pretty easy when it's going to come to the rough bump. Make sure you bring your Goliath. We are playing the Goliath rough bump on this hole. That's going to be important. Okay, now, look at this. 60% at mid. So high elevation, but that's okay. That's not a lot of rings to pull with the Goliath. We are going to go with 1 bar of side spin to the left and about 0.8 back. So 0.8 back, 1 bar of side spin to the left. My green inner ring is right up against the rough line. Ball guide line going to the hole. Ball guide line sticking through the back of the cup. All right? Trying to aim dead center, making sure my ball guide line is through the back of the cup. Here, we hit a perfect shot, and this ball does find its way home very nicely. So, you know, nice little eagle here. If you pick that one up, that'll be a big advantage over the field because a lot of opponents, you know, they're not going to pick up that eagle. Okay. That'll take us on to the next hole. This is going to be the next par 5, and this is going to be hole number 15. So this will be the final hole of this replay. Take note here of the baby curl that I'm using to the left-hand side. So baby left curl. That's just to make sure that this ball doesn't roll off into the rough on us here on the right-hand side. So that little bit of curl will help us out. Keeps us nicely on the fairway. Shot number 2 provides us another chance for an albatross here. I do pick up the alba on this one. You're going to see that I'm going with about 4.9 bars of backspin. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I have a good ball guideline, but I do want the end of my ball guideline going through the cup. Now, this wind is very small. Of course, it helps when you use a Kingmaker in Rookie Division. It's really going to annihilate the wind. I would say if you get hit with winds like in the 3 mile per hour range, you're probably going to have to go with a little bit less backspin. Just make sure that your ball guideline is through the back of the hole. You see here, we're able to get really good speed, and we do drop in for that albatross. I hope this is helping everybody out. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. I have 3 holes left. If you like my content and you like to support my channel, you can always make a donation via PayPal. That link is in the comments below. Thanks, everybody.